What's happening, guys? So we have the second part of introducing the cast. Now, Survivor or CBS, SCG, for some reason decided to release the last person today, and Survivor is tomorrow. So I have to put it together. The YouTubers out there, the people that's covering it for them for free, we have to gather the content and put it out. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I don't know if this is going to get released today or tonight or 1 o'clock in the morning, early morning of Survivor Day. But we're going to do it nonetheless. It's crazy. All right, let's watch it. So we're going to start with, I think it's Mike is the first one. Let's start with him, and we'll finish it. Let's go.
My name is Mike Gabler. I'm originally from Texas. Now I live in Idaho,
Texas.
and I'm a heart valve expert. Working in the operating room under high stress, I think is the perfect way to prepare yourself for Survivor. And I've been working in the operating room for 20 years, but I'm not your prototypical medical device person in that I look like this. I have tattoos.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a beard and I'm a pretty big guy. So for first impressions, I'm probably going to be perceived as being a pretty intimidating guy, but I've got a heart of gold. I really care about people a lot. And the longer I'm in there, the more people get to know me, I think the better I will do with people. But at the end of the day, outwit, outplay, outlast, you're going to have to be a little ruthless. Like I always say, the good friend will stab you in the front. So I hope I'm that good friend that can just, take everybody out one by one with a smile.
So he plans on being a little ruthless, not much, and he's going to take people out by not stabbing them in the back, the front, to where they can actually look in his face and vote for him. Great strategy. But I think that's how casting is working these days. I think the strategy nowadays is just a bunch of people that will stab you in the front and let you know. Because that's what that means, Mike, heart surgeon. It means if you stab them in the front, you let them know that you're stabbing them. Stabbing somebody in the back, just saying, and by the way, it's just a game. But let's move on.
My name is Cassidy. I am a recent college graduate, an artist, and right now in my life, it's the perfect time to play Survivor because I'm young, I'm fit. I haven't really started my career fully yet, so this is a career? Where I want the beginning of the rest of my life to happen. And I'm gonna win, I just know it, because I've got the universe on my side, I'm super in tune with that energy, and I feel like people overlook that so much, like how to manifest. People see that as woo-woo, but I know that that's where the true power lies. The fox is actually my spirit animal. It's mischievous, it's clever. I mean, my name Cassidy means clever in Irish, but also the trickster, the master manipulator. I really want to play a very social game, but I'm not afraid to chop the head off the snake when I need to. The fox is out of her den, so I'm ready to get started.
So we have she is going to will her way to the end of the game with yoga and other stuff like that. So I can't wait to see how that works out. Next.
My name is Dwight. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm currently a grad student. I think I can be the sole survivor because I've always acted more mature than my age. From like a young age of 5, I realized I wanted to interview a lot of...
When do you say that anymore? You act more mature for your age.
Senators. And I tried to interview President Obama when he was in office, but unfortunately that one didn't work out. Hope maybe one day though, get that one still. But now I currently attend Stanford University, and I know some people would think, oh, he's a Stanford student, oh, he's an academic student, he's not going to be able to work with people from various backgrounds. But I do feel very confident in my ability to do so, and I know I get probably one shot at this in my life. So I just want people to think that I didn't sit back and play a scared game. I just wanted people to think that I came out here, put 100% of my energy and effort into this game, and that people can be proud of that and realize, hey, I want to play like this guy someday. I want to go out there and have absolutely no fear in my game and in my life in general.
This guy is a Stanford person. I think Jason was that. Matter of fact, I know he was Stanford abroad to Oxford. Jason, was it Stanford? I think so. And he was worthless. So just because you went to a fancy school doesn't mean jack shit, especially if you plan on playing like a hey, I'm just playing a social game. Another person playing the social game. It's almost like we're going back to the first season ever, to where nobody knows how to play the game. They just want to be nice to everybody. All right, let's go. Next.
My name is Justine Brennan. I work
Justine
in tech sales,
Brennan.
And I live in Los Angeles,
Let's
California.
go.
There's
Okay,
more than one
finally we got a
I
beauty
know that
queen.
I usually have my hair done. I usually have my nails done.
Yeah, I bet you do.
But I grew up racing dirt bikes on the weekends with my dad. And if
Hi,
you're
Dad.
familiar with tech sales, you know it's a very male-dominated industry. But specifically cybersecurity, it's even more so. So I am very used to being the only female on my team. That's happened to me multiple times.
Okay.
So I completely think that people are going to underestimate me. And honestly, that is part of my strategy. I want them to look at me and think that she probably doesn't want to get her hands dirty, but I'm a super competitive person. I've been an athlete my whole life. So the most fun part is going to be doing the challenges. Because I'm just like, oh, I want to do that.
Okay.
I know I would be good at that, but I need to kind of tone that down a little bit and then kind of come out as a dark horse.
Tone
at
it.
the end.
Tone it down. Tone the challenges down. Tone it down, girl. You're too good. You a female Aussie. Oh no, you're not even a female Aussie because we got to make it equal. You an Aussie. Tone it down. Tone it down.
I'm Owen, and I'm a college admissions director. So I was born in Korea, and I was adopted when I was 4 months old. I grew up in the DC suburbs, and then I moved to New Orleans, went to college there, loved it, and then I found my job doing admissions. Survivor means a lot to me. I used to watch it with my family every week when I was a kid. I used to daydream about seeing my name in the opening credits. So I've been preparing for this for a very long time. I've watched everything you could ever watch about Survivor. I've been working out a ton. It might not look like it, but I promise these legs have some gas in them. But I'm not 100% sure how people are going to perceive me. I mean, I've got the long hair now, so I think some people might think woo, but I love me some Malcolm.
Don't look like woo.
I think he's handsome and smart and charming. Like, come on. So just being here means so much, and I just want to soak it all in because getting to play the game that I love, like, it's going to be amazing no matter what.
I mean, so this is the third person that's playing the game that was not born in America. I hope all of them have succeeded in becoming an American citizen. I hope that's the case, because that's an amazing thing, by the way. You coming here, not an American, and then you go through that process and you become an American. So, next.
My name is Lindsay. I am 42 years old, and I am a registered nurse. What makes me great at being a caregiver overflows into every other aspect of my life. That's why I'm a good mom, a good wife, a good friend. And in order to be a successful nurse, you have to be able to thrive in chaos. And I'm hoping I can use those skills to win the game of Survivor. But as one of the oldest players, I think people are going to underestimate me. So I'm excited to come out here and take risks, risks that I'm not able to take in my everyday life. And when I make it to the final three, the one thing that I'm gonna remember is advice that my dad had given me a long time ago. And he said, when you're at that last mile of a marathon, are you gonna speed up or slow down? So I'm gonna make sure that when I cross that finish line, I'm going as fast as I possibly can.
That's how you play the game. That's exactly how you play the game. These days, anyway, I was speeding up. I was 100 miles an hour when I started the game, when I played. Season 19, season 20. But nowadays, you can't play like that. You can't play full speed ahead, which is a shame. We need to get a group of people that will play full speed ahead from the beginning of the game. But we don't have that. I don't think we will ever have that, but... And she's a nurse, so she's been through stress in her life. I don't know. She says that people are going to underestimate her. I don't believe that for a second. If she believes that, she's mistaken. They better watch out. People don't underestimate anyone these days. I mean, that's one good thing about the progression of Survivor. So that's all we have, though. Next.
I'm Ryan Medrano. I'm from El Paso, Texas. I do personal training, and I also work in an electrical warehouse. I think I have what it takes to be the sole survivor because I've been through a lot. Early in life, I was born
stories. We have stories.
Doctor said I wouldn't
as long
walk,
as we have stories.
After going to therapy for 4 years, it allowed me to walk.
Oh, it's so heartfelt.
But it
stories.
made my thinking a bit
this is
slow.
fucking
so
Survivor.
Learning people and their facial expressions really helps me to anticipate what's going to happen next, so that I'm not lost in the dust behind this conversation. So I think in the game, I'll be able to read people very well and tell if they're lying or not to me. And I'm going to leave it all out there because my love for Survivor is worse than watching a scary movie. You get the build-up, and my heart starts pounding as if I'm in the game when I'm watching it. And it makes me go like, "God, Jeff, you little..." Like, I love it.
I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, we have a bunch of likable guys, likable gals. I heard that Jeff said that he's not casting villains anymore. It looks like it. Let's see how that works out for him. Man, this is... This is becoming a disaster. I ain't gonna lie. Next.
Hi, I'm Jeanine, and I'm a UX designer from San Francisco. I definitely think that being a first-generation immigrant will help me in this game because I have with me the grit that my dad had when he came to the States with $50 in his pocket, not really knowing anyone. I mean, that's kind of like what Survivor's going to be, where I'm just going to have to, you know, start from the bottom and work my way up. But I think a lot of people are going to typecast me as an intellectual. That is a part of me, but I'm really trying to kind of break outside of that stereotypical Asian that I think we're used to seeing and say, I'm a UX designer, I'm not a mathematician. So really just trying to lean into kind of that creative side of my personality. I'm so excited! I can't even tell you. I just feel like I am a little baby seeing the world for the first time.
This one wasn't born out of the country, but she's a first generation immigrant. It's honorable. It is. But guys, we want to play Survivor, right? I feel like every person that we're watching is just good old boys and girls. They're not going to stab you in the back. They're going to stab you in the front. What good does that do? That's, you know it's coming, by the way. If you stab somebody in the front, you see it's coming. So I don't know if that's such a good analogy. Mr. Heart Surgeon. What was it, Mike? So yeah, it's not... It doesn't work for Survivor. Now we have a bunch of people that just want to do good. Guys, I tell you right now, Survivor's going to be over if they keep going down this route. Now, I know, I said it in my videos before, once you get punched in the face, everything changes. And maybe it changes and we get a good villain or two. But that's not where they're casting. Next.
My name's Cody Assenmacher.
Oh, Cody. Tell me how you're going to stab somebody in the back, Cody. Tell me.
I grew up in Preston, Iowa, but I left home and found home in Hawaii.
Tell me what you're going to do.
The aloha spirit is just like being Iowa nice. So it's going to be a challenge in Survivor because being from both of those places, people look at each other in the eyes and make commitments. People shake each other's hands. You know, there's small towns, there's small islands where everybody knows each other. So you have to be a man of your word.
It's a game, Cody.
I'm an adrenaline junkie. Any new experience, I'm going for it. That's why I have living tattooed on my butt cheeks because that's my mantra. That's how I do my life.
So he's not going to hurt nobody.
I'm destined for this. I've manifested getting on the show.
This is what they're casting.
So I'm going to play this game as myself. There's relationship building in the front and some wily strategization in the back.
Oh, some wily, okay.
Be sweeping people out of tribal council.
This is what they're casting. Please let somebody turn around and not do what they say they're going to do in these videos. If I was casting this group of people, this part, the second part of this video, maybe 2 or 3 of them. Him, no. He would not be casted in my season. An honorable person. Let's go. Isn't this Survivor? Next. Wait, so now he's honorable, but he's going to be sweeping people out of tribal council. That's a good sign, but that's not what you just said. Okay.
My name is Ellie. I'm 31 years old. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'm a clinical psychologist.
A psychologist.
As a psychologist, I have to think on my feet all the time, and I think
always
it's
have
help me
them.
in the game because a large part of what I do is get people to talk about their traumas, talk about the worst day of their lives, and that's often not something that people are really interested in doing.
So you can get people to talk about the worst days of their life.
I think of myself a lot like
Suri.
She was super flashy. She's a gangster in an Oprah suit.
It's another social player.
I'm a wolf in a Brene Brown suit. So I'm obsessed with Survivor. Survivor's not just a competition. It's a vessel for growth and transformation. And you can't watch
It's not just a
I
competition.
need a little bit of that for me too.
Please. It's not just a competition. It's a vessel for growth. Do you know how many people in the reality world have harmed theirself with that vessel for growth? It may be a vessel to keep in your life, to keep close to you, but when it comes to being a vessel for growth, you lose a lot when you play these games. And you can see, look, Google it. You can see, not just Survivor, all of them. Some people lose their lives. So you can be positive all you want. When you finish, then we can talk. And then maybe you have a glimpse of how to be a real psychiatrist. That's right. So it's a real deal out there. Vessel for growth? Maybe. Maybe not. But it's definitely a competition. And you have to play to win. When you play any game board, any competition, anything that's a game, do you let other people win? Do you say, oh man, I'm not going to do this move because I know it's going to hurt your feelings. So I'm not going to do that. That's all I got, guys. This is the cast. We don't have a villain on this part. Maybe the last part 1 we had a couple. I like that. This one, we have no villains. Everybody wants to be honorable and likable. So that's what we have until we see what actually happens. And until next time, keep hope alive. See you guys.